Let's take a moment to talk about the Last Supper leading up to the time in the garden to the crucifixion. And I can speak about this because I had a horrendous awakening, to say the least. But as I was going through my awakening, one of the initial phases was the uncovering of the Judases in my life, if you will. And that is the symbolism of the Last Supper. Leading into the Garden of Gethsemane, when the Christ consciousness knew that it was going to be time to be crucified in order to be rebirthed and transformed into the highest level of consciousness from the Kundalini awakening. And so that whole concept of him being in the garden asking for the cup to pass from him, I would imagine it wasn't a calm conversation between him, his higher self, who is source, and the divine in general. Because it can be a very violent stripping of the ego and everything that you have come to learn in this lifetime and others, and all of the uncovering of all of the darkest parts of yourself and other people around you. And then when the actual crucifixion of your ego occurs, it can be a very ugly, embarrassing public event. But then the resurrection that occurs after that, the elevation of the consciousness that remains after that, and the ascending or transcendence into a master, a gaining of the wings, an earth angel, if you will. So yeah, when you think about the Last Supper, the death, and the resurrection, yeah, that's the ultimate caterpillar going into the cocoon and chrysalis and totally melting down into what ends up being a butterfly and gaining its wings, truly. And if you want to see what that looks like, I'm going to show you a picture of one of the pictures of what my energy looks like on paper.